So this is an NCAA softball whip around here. There are 4 games on. We have Kansas, Wichita State going to the top of the 8th in extra innings, or 3 on now. North Texas at number 23, Oklahoma State. And then we have the Fresno State Loyola Marion. Second game of the doubleheader on is 3-1 North Texas, or Oklahoma State leads over North Texas. And yeah, we have let's go D1 softball scores. Here. Now we have, let's talk about some games here. So the number 24 Virginia beat Liberty 5-3. Liberty is flirting around the top 25. They have been this points this season in this Illinois, and they played a good, tough Virginia team. 5-3. Santa Clara leads San Francisco, or Santa Clara leads San Francisco. Stanford 2-0. Cal State Fullerton, number UCLA scoreless. And then we had Massachusetts beats Stone 8-3-2. We have Gardner Webb over Queens 5-2, a game we saw earlier. Big East, you saw I mentioned Seahawks. He logged into it. Brown over Province 2-1. Sacramento State beat Pacific 9-1. Looked like it was a run rule victory. Actually, it had to be a run rule victory. And then Wisconsin run rule Green Bay in both games 8-0. Northern Iowa canceled their game. Eastern Illinois upset Illinois. That's not really a surprise. The conference play there. 18-5 is a lot better, but Purdue beat SIU Edwards 7-5. So 2 good OVC teams took Big Ten teams to wire, but Eastern pulled ahead in theirs, and Purdue fell in there. Purdue won in theirs. And then Lima won second game of the 7-6. Cena won game 1-4-1. So they split the doubleheader in the MAC. Like I said, Akron and Buffalo split their doubleheader, or conference doubleheader. Miami, Ohio, and swept their doubleheader with Bowling Green. Toledo swept their doubleheader, or split doubleheader with Kansas State, my bad. Central Michigan. Route 1 Rudy Traverse 11 6 is 3. And then we had Illinois State 5-4 Illinois Chicago. Fresno State beat in the first game of the pair. And then Chattanooga beat Tennessee Tech 2-0. And then Rambling Southern in their doubleheader. Tulsa canceled theirs with Kansas City. And then yeah, that is it. Actually, we can go to yesterday's games. Let's see. Yeah, Grand Canyon canceled with East Texas A&M. Their doubleheader. And then number 14 South Carolina beat Furman 10-2. Marine Texas Tech beat Abilene Christian 9-0. Hamilton over Colgate 6-1, 21-2 in their doubleheader. Wow, what a blow and save. Boston College beats Connecticut 10-5. And then you see right there 22-1. Jacksonville State Western Kansas, Western Kentucky, Eastern Kentucky. And you see there Iowa over Iowa State 5-0. See some of these games like Green over Kansas State 9-1 and 12-4. AP of Butler, Kansas. And see here Rutgers 5-2 over Monmouth. Maryland 9-2 over Howard. And we use East Kansas. And then Northern Kentucky, Mercy's Oakland, Kansas. Princeton 2-0 and 6-1 over Rider. Okay, Marist 19-6 and 9-1 over Niagara. And then in the conference 4-3 Canisius Ormanhen, and 15-1. And the Fairfield swept the doubleheader 4-2 and 7-4. St. Peter's 6-1 and 7-4. Secret 2-0 in both games. And then Ball State and Ohio split 2-0 Ohio won and 5-2 in Western Michigan. And Northern Illinois split the doubleheader. And then St. Francis State wins 7-6 and 3-1. And then so. And tomorrow is that the first game of the double. I want to check, see if the Southland is playing all of those games actually. But this is no matches. Schedule it. No. Is that not possible? Oh 0501. 0501. I don't know. But whatever. Let's go to Kansas at Wichita State here. They're in the top of the 8th in this one. It is a 3-all game between two Kansas teams. Should I kick Kansas? Wichita State.
Right. Olivia Bruno, the next two coming up for Kansas. Gripe is 1 for 3 in this one. Siegel back in the 4th. Grounded out to 3rd in the 1st. And popped up too short. Nyhart has really been keeping things low, and it would be wise to continue that trend. Haley Kripe with the ability to leave the yard, much like Olivia Bruno. Nyhart downstairs and off the plate. Bruno with 11 home runs now. You have Kripe sitting at 9. They have been by far and away the top two producers for Kansas at the plate, combining for 71 total runs driven in. One on down. Haley Kripe from Indiana. So solid for Kansas last year in her sophomore campaign. Has only elevated her game here for this season. However, it's the freshman Nyhart who gets her off balance. First strikeout for Riley Nyhart. Actually making number 2 for Riley Nyhart. Although Olivia Bruno was replaced inside the circle, she now takes a spot of designated player. That's where she was originally. With Katie Brooks, supposed to make the start. Instead, they went with Bruno. Back in the second, end up going opposite field. But the plan of attack is very clear here for Gabby Scott Nyhart. Scott just setting up on the outside and just saying, hey, we're not going to get anything close to give her the drive. Although we saw the natural power, but once again, Nyhart Gabby Scott. They are not taking any chances with Olivia Bruno.
I don't think I would want to take any chances either, especially with Bruno having such grit today on the mound. I mean, she's obviously, she's amped up. I wouldn't want her to get a hold of a ball.
Up to 17 walks now following that one. Back-to-back walks for her. And now you put the pressure back on Campbell Bagshaw. But she did put the ball in play last time in the sixth. That's what allowed Kansas to score a pair of runs. 0 for 3. Nyhart ready to rock and roll. Gets the call there. We're even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Nyhart had 2 appearances against Charlotte over the weekend. Both of those appearances resulting in W's. Combined 11 innings of work, had 8 hits surrendered, only 2 earned runs given up. Which is why her ERA is below 3, sitting at 2.83. Over 100 innings logged. One, two. Wilson will just go ahead and put the foot on third base.
Yeah, we'll do it. The ball.
As of this weekend, the past weekend, excuse me, that was the one that sealed the deal. Or actually, 2 weekends ago, as they just played against Colorado State, just defeating the Rams, taking 2 of 3. That was good enough for them to be able to clinch a tournament appearance. Fortunately, they have yet to get past that first round. Going back to 2023, the inaugural year of the conference tournament, lost to the 4-seed San Jose State. Payoff pitch, that'll be a slow roller going to second. They're going to go an easy way over to second, and they'll go for out number 3. So before that, 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 error, and no runners left on base. 2-0 is our score.
Man, finally done. Done with what? I just signed 1,819,154 thank you cards for people who bought subs on last year's Day of Giving.
Danny, on March 26th, we're doing another Day of Giving.
Another Day of Giving.
Yep, each year we give 100% of sales to local charities.
This year we do a group text. Join us Wednesday, March 26th for Jersey Mike's annual Day of Giving. Be a sub above.
Credit Union One, the official credit union of the West Coast Conference, offers the best of everyday banking. CU1 members gain access to investment products like high-yield checking, dedicated financial wellness resources to help you build a strong foundation for the future, nationwide access to 24/7 digital and mobile banking, and an expansive network of 90,000 ATMs coast to coast. Discover better banking for all at CU1.com. Federally insured by NCAA.
Hi, I'm Jalen Williams, and I play in the West Coast Conference.
Nothing lead in favor of Fresno State as we go to the bottom of the first inning and take a first peek at LMU's lineup. Looking at a similar lineup here, not a whole lot of changes to report on here for LMU from game 1 and game 2. As Justine Lamberts will go ahead and lead things off. our pitcher into the circle. See the junior right-handed pitcher from Napomo, California, and Kiana Kapapua. A pair of upperclassmen taking a circle here against LMU. Kapapua, she's coming in 2.23 ERA on a 5-3 record. 15 appearances, 4 starts. 31 and a third innings of work, 29 hits, 11 runs, and 10 of them have been earned. It's 2-0, and does she go around? And they say yes to Lambert, 2-1. Kapapua also has 13 walks and 9 Ks. Opposing hitters are...
Okay, so now it's Squirkins. I would just eat again. I don't keep going back to this, but this is bottom of the 8th. No, it's getting tense. I'm weird intense.
What a moment for Brooklyn Levonic as well as Gabby Scott. In pressured situations here for Wichita State is two true freshmen. 2-2 Levonic ends up slicing the foul. And that's the thing for Wichita State moving forward. You look at the lineup, you'll definitely miss Liek and Lauren Lucas, Cameron Compton, Kristen Nelson, Caroline Talent. You got a good core that is set to return. 2-2 is downstairs, and the counter's now full. I know there were high hopes this year. 3-season pick to win the American Athletic Conference. But really, you could have selected 4 teams, put them in a hat, and they could have drawn one out. You would have been surprised by the result.
And Levonic and Brooks are just battling it out this at-bat.
It's been a good battle. Levonic trying to deliver with one down. Three-two inside corner. She freezes up Levonic. Second out of the inning via the K.
Yeah, that's a simple pitch. Nothing really more to say there.
Now it looks like Coach Christy Bredbetter would like to have another conversation here for Sammy Hood. Going through all the different possibilities. Sammy today over. Reached on a fielder's choice back in the 7th. Ended up coming around to score. Off a bases loaded walk. 2 away for the junior. Goes right after the first one and grazes it. Sammy Hood with 26 runs batted in. If she can make it 27, it would actually have to be 28 probably if she really gets a hold of one and goes over the yard. She does possess that power. Has 8 home runs this year for Wichita State. Getting closer and closer to 20 in her career. At 7 as a freshman, only 2 last year, but 8 for this season. Last year, though, dealing with a little bit of a nagging injury. Hence why she didn't have quite the power like she did as a freshman. 1-2. Just throws the barrel at the ball just to try to hang in there and see another pitch for Wichita State. Hood, once again, just protecting that plate. Really nothing that she can really drive, just more so just trying to get a piece of that ball as much as she can.
It's good to see as many pitches as you can to really get that timing down, especially with that shift from Bruno to Brooks.
Well, Brooks instead goes for the outside corner. Sammy Hood swings through. 3 strikeouts in the 8th for Katie Brooks. We go to the 9th, tied at 3.
The clock is ticking, Ethan.
That's 3 in the 9th. Or 4 in the 9th.